Welcome
to the J&O Show,
where we talk about
women who love to put their cheeks out. Yes. Welcome to the 304 revolution. It will not be televised.
Is it insecure of a man not to like or want you to dress sexy in order for you to be his wife?
What's sexy?
What I got on, like what I got on right now.
Oh, let me, I gotta get a good look at you. Let me see, where your shirt at? Kitty, what do you think?
What are your thoughts before we even go any further?
Look, you look like a 304, dress like a 304. You woke up to the mic like a 304.
What?
If we gotta blur you out because you violate the YouTube's terms of service based on what you're wearing.
Walking around bucket naked.
If my man's walked to the edge of the stage and asked you where your shirt is at, I might think, possibly. Maybe. If I'm a man who thinks, we might think you a 304.
It's possible.
And I'm thinking, if you dress like a 304, most men might treat you like a 304.
Well, now it makes sense.
Okay, I'll put it to you like this. Babe, how would you feel? It might not be fair to ask you because you got some common sense. Common sense ain't so common.
Sure ain't.
But how would you feel if I walked around and had them gray sweatpants?
Oh, boy.
And I shifted the axe to the point where you could tell that every time I took a step, it was just like this. Do you think it would be appropriate for me to wear that and every woman just walking around like, is that? And when women see me walking, they don't just look at me walking, they just go like this. You think that would be appropriate?
Nope.
I'm just saying. I would like for the ladies that watch us to think about that.
It's sad, but I feel like our society, women in general, have lost what it means to truly be sexy. Like, you can be sexy and be completely covered.
Yep.
Yes. I will attest that is true.
And I don't think women in our society today understand that or know how to do that because, well, we know everything is over-sexualized, but everything that we see is like nakedness.
Bucket naked. You can see they public hairs. Wow.
And it's just like, I think we forget that the mystery is what's sexy. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like trying to figure out like, okay, what you got going on over there? You know what I mean? When you just have it all out, it's just like, okay, everybody can see it. Like everybody sees that. It's not, there's no mystery behind it. You know, there's nothing to like make the guy wonder if that's what you're looking to do because you done showed him everything. So there's no surprise, you know, like when you have a gift, you know, like you open your gifts for your birthday or something like that and it's wrapped and everything like that. You know, you'd be surprised once you unwrap it because it's just like, oh, but if they just hand it to you, you know, it's all out in the open. It's not special, you know, it's just like, here it is. Yeah. And if you just, here it is yourself to everybody, there's nothing special about that. Nope. So what guy that wants to take you seriously is really going to want you having yourself out there for everybody? It's like nothing is special for him because everybody else gets the same privilege. Yes.
Also, you have to think about it from the perspective of what does it communicate. Everybody knows there is nonverbal communication. And if you're communicating non-verbally to men and if you dress a certain way, that you are open for business, men are going to look at you like you're open for business. And they're not going to be like, oh, I wonder how her personality is. Nope. Right. You're leading with your sexuality and you don't want to put yourself in a situation where a man starts off with you sexually.
Right.
You want him to get there, but you don't want him to start there. Because if he starts there, undoing that process is very difficult. Yes. And a lot of times we like to hang on to the 5% of people that actually get away with it and will actually get a husband and all of that other stuff and get somebody who's all right with it. Most of us just ain't moving like that. You know, you got to be careful with that.
You guys can't see what she has on. There's a reason for that. I just did a video recently about Ari Lennox. It was like the Ari Lennox and Kevin Samuels video a while back. And there's a chick in that video who had cleavage. That's what she has, right? She's wearing this shirt. Hers is a lot worse. Actually, she's wearing a jean jacket with nothing else underneath. I don't know how she's able to keep the jean jacket in place. Sounds like there's like tape that's been used there or something like that. Just so you know what's happening, so you can see hella cleavage, right? Is hella cleavage being exposed?
I think that sometimes some of y'all women really don't understand how territorial men are.
It's different if you were covered up, but baby, you got tape on. So yes, of course, a man who knows how men are going to look at you, knowing that there's going to be men who are going to be predators or going to pursue you, he's right for saying that. That's not meaning that he's insecure. He's territorial. That's a man's nature, and that's absolutely okay. It's your responsibility as his woman to understand his nature and to also have boundaries with yourself, knowing what you are exposing yourself to. I'm going to say this. I'm going to be quick. I'm so glad I can have conversations with my husband because I asked him, we had a deep conversation. I said, what is it about women that will make you not wife her? And the first thing he said, the way she presents herself. That's coming from a man. Men will tell you that if you dress provocative, they're going to see you as an object. Stop calling men insecure. That is their God-given right to say, I don't want my woman to present herself out here because not only is she a representation of me, she's a representation of herself.
Appreciate that.
Yo, she be dropping bombs, bro. Mm-hmm. But even when she was talking about it, safety, just safety. Mm-hmm. If you put images and thoughts into men's minds, you got to deal with the consequences of what comes with that. And all of us don't got common sense. All of us ain't.
Unfortunately.
I understand that there's a validation from getting the looks and from knowing that everybody is paying attention to you and stuff. And that is one thing that it's like addictive.
Yes. Mm-hmm.
And so I understand that part of it. But then you have to understand that whatever you're using to bring attention to yourself, it has consequences that you may not have considered, and you're putting yourself and your man in a situation where you can get him killed.
Yikes.
Or beat up, or just put in situations that are unnecessary because you made a decision that you want to wear what you want to wear. And it's crazy to me because our relationship dynamic has gotten so crazy that women actually believe that they're making good points when they're like, I can wear whatever I want. Yeah, when you're single, you can. Just like when you get into a relationship, you expect your man to consider you, how you feel and what you think when he's making decisions about everything. You too have the same responsibility when you get into a relationship.
This is true.
That's true.
Even if it's just like, yo, I don't feel like telling a bunch of dudes, yo, step away from my girl while we out. In this oversexed society, you want to present yourself like you're 30 minutes from being on set at a flick.
Ouch.
I don't understand why we believe that that's freedom, why women believe that's freedom. I think it's more women than men. Luckily, a man can be walking around without a shirt and women be like, whatever.
This is true.
Unless if he swole up and he's the right, then they'll be like, ooh. And if you a guy that works out, once you get to a certain level, you got to watch yourself.
Yes.
Yeah.
Just like the women do. You have to be careful with what you're wearing because you're going to attract the same type of attention. All right, guys, I need you to do me a favor. I need you to hit that like button. I need you to hit that subscribe button. I need you to hit that notification button. I need you to hit all the buttons. Thank you.
So I started dressing more modestly. And let me tell you something. The way I was perceived, approached, and addressed, I am never going back. You hear that voice crack? I am never going back. The compliments were so elegant and demure. I was called beautiful by everybody. People were talking to me for no reason. And this was all happening at the grocery store. I'm at the meat section. This one mama came up to me and was like, I really love your outfit. You look very beautiful. What are you cooking, by the way? Oh, I love that meal as well. Constructing conversations with me from thin air. People were smiling at me as their way of greeting me. There was even a man that tipped his hat at me. You ever had a man tip his hat at you doing this?
No, but it's so true. Like, you know, like back in like maybe like the 50s or 40s, like some of the older TV shows, how you saw men were very respectful around women. They didn't say certain things around women. There was the whole, if you remember where this was, comment down below, but like a guy will put his coat over a puddle to treat a woman like a lady. And it's because the way how she carried herself, she presented herself very feminine and just someone to be respected. You know what I mean? And there's a lot to say about that.
True.
But that was funny. You ever have a man tip his hat at you?
Yeah.
Greeting you, especially in 2024. Right. Oh yeah. For me, modesty is the way.
Just want to put some perspective out there for the ladies that watch our channel, or even for the guys who, may be in a relationship. Brother, it ain't you. Nope. Some off in the head because, they've been told that they should be able to dress anyway and still get treatment like a lady. Now, here's the thing about society and mainstream media and movies and all of these, they're trying to push onto the people. To some extent, people don't really care what you're going to push and how hard you want to push it. They're going to act naturally in the way that they want to because they're not thinking about it most of the time. Those people that were approaching her because she presented herself to be approachable. They weren't thinking, oh, well, she's not dressed like a 304. I should go and talk to her. Nope. No, they naturally are inclined to move a certain way. And I told y'all this story before, but when I was in Jersey, I used to move different. I used to have a certain look on my face. I used to carry things because I always felt that I was in danger because I was a smaller guy too. So I was like, yo, bruh, if you approach me a certain way, I'm just offing you. I'm not taking no chances. We not going to be out here boxing like I'm too small for that. I'm
just offing you.
Bruh. That was my mindset. I was one of those people. I'm trying to end you. I don't care. I don't like people. People picked up on that. Nobody talked to me. Guys, women. Now, if it was like a stick-up kid or something like that, hey, yo, because they knew it was 3 of them and they was going to jump me type of shit. Yes. But one-on-one, if I'm out there, nobody talked to me because I walked around with a scowl on my face because everybody in Jersey at the time, it was just everybody seemed like they were out to get you. Fast forward, 2023, 2024, I'm down here. I done met Jesus on the road to Damascus. I done fell down and been blind and had to walk and get my situation together, get my sight back and all types of stuff, change my life. And as I'm moving in a different space because I'm understanding what purpose is and all of that other stuff, and it's changing the way that I move, people chat me up all of the time now. It's different. But like people just in general, young ladies, young guys, older ladies, older guys. Like how many times have we been out somewhere and like an older couple will just be like, hey, and just strike up conversation on some, it's good to see a married couple out here with their kids just being regular and not being ratchet and just, like you'll attract people to you and you never know what those relationships are going to lead you to.
Yes.
And if you're presenting yourself a certain way, whether it's, I don't want to be messed with and you're angry, or if you're presenting yourself like a 304 and you're violating YouTube guidelines and I can't even put you online without worrying about my video getting taken down or whatever. Like if you're presenting yourself like that, you're actually doing yourself a disservice. And I understand they're like, you should be able to do whatever you want to and people are going to treat you a certain way with a certain level of respect, no matter what you do. That's not real because most people do it without thinking. They just react. And I think that we don't understand that the majority of the reactions that we get in society when we leave our houses are natural. First of all, they ain't got time to think about you.
You attract what you put out.
Yeah, they ain't got time to think about
Law
you.
of attraction.
They worried about rent and getting to work on time and I got to try to hurry up and get to the gym. Whatever their mindset on, you is the last thing. So whatever you get is natural. Nobody's going to stop and decide to pay special attention to make sure that they treat you It's just not realistic. That's all I'm saying.
Comment your thoughts down below and let us know what you think. Do you think there's something to being modest? Or do you think you should be able to just wear whatever you want to wear? Men or women? Okay. Comment your thoughts.
Oh, I will say this. You can wear whatever you want to wear, but you're going to eat the consequences regardless.
Yep.
Well,
that's what I will say.
Okay. Whether or not you should reap certain consequences if you decide to dress like a 304.
I feel bad for you because if you don't, you're going to get them consequences anyway.
Or just let your axe be swinging. In sweatpants.
Man, wow.
Comment and let us know. And if you guys made it this far, go ahead and smash that subscribe button, turn on your post notifications, and give us a thumbs up so that way YouTube can know That way YouTube can know you appreciate what we're putting down.
What we're putting down.
Okay. Hey everybody. Down in the description, there are 2 links.
One is to a GoFundMe, and the other one is to a video that explains what the GoFundMe is for. Long story short, we have a medical situation with our daughter that we have to pay for everything out of pocket, and we can really use you guys' help. If you have the time, we'd love for you to go check it out. If you have the money, the funds, we'd love for you guys to help. If not, maybe you could send a link to somebody else who can help. We thank you for your time.
Thank you.
Peace.
Press the off button.